a,
Sir.
a brother that I could say very honestly might might even outdo me on the hustle, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm honored, brother. I'm honored, brother
one of the
Greg.
one of the few, man. One of the few.
Yes, 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 brother. I appreciate it, Greg. I'm honored.
No, vice versa, man. I as a matter of fact, I was thinking about you because a year ago we were
Yeah,
celebrating your birthday out on the water, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
I,
went fishing, man. Yeah, we went to catch
yeah.
us some barracuda.
Yep. And
Yeah,
shout out to Nikki McGee, dope airbrush artist. You know what I'm saying? I brought him and I brought Slink out. And
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure did. Yeah,
yep, and I you
Slink. Yeah,
know, I said I called them both up and I was like, man, because
yeah,
I was told that it was gonna be a larger boat than we went out on the
yeah.
first annual. So
Right.
when I heard it was a larger boat, I said, you know what? I'm gonna bring two people with me that I think could impact a gathering of good brothers to celebrate your birthday out
Uh
on.
huh.
And
Uh huh.
I brought Slink and I brought Nikki. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I had Spinks last week.
Yeah. Sure
And
did.
it's
Cheers
funny
to Spink.
because I said, man, when you walked on the boat, man, I thought you was a ram. he, said, why'd you think that? I said, well, man, you was wearing some, whatever football players wear those long tight whatevers
Them
and
tight
whatnot.
pants, yeah, them tight.
Yeah, and then he had his camera, and and
Right.
and honestly, one of the biggest kicks I got out of that day
Yeah.
was watching him and Slink go back and forth on the camera lingo. And because I want to say they had the same camera, but they might have had the same camera. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but they were
Yeah.
going back and forth with the lingo. And
Yeah.
Slink is a
Yeah.
passionate dude, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I we're homeboys. I don't really,
Yeah.
and it's funny because somebody had asked me and they're talking about me going and seeing this comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I've only seen this comedy like maybe once or twice. No, you know
Yeah.
what? Actually, I've seen it twice,
Twice.
but it's kind of like when you got a homeboy that's outside of what they do, that other part is like their thing. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? And so like I get a kick out of just seeing him excited because he's like a big kid, but he
Yeah.
was very passionate. And him and
Yeah.
him and Spinks was going back and forth on the camera lingo. And
Yeah.
then with Nikki McGee, the airbrush artist, I
Yeah.
was like, man, I don't know what you can get out of it, but at absolute least, you're gonna be around some good people, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
come out. And
Yeah.
he was kind of like, he really appreciated the
Yeah. Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
environment and everything. And I can honestly say I haven't been to anybody's grown man birthday celebration that has been on the
Yeah.
caliber,
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
that. Uh
yeah,
huh. Yeah.
yeah. And we
Yeah.
and we need those retreats, man. You know what I'm
Man, we
saying?
do, man. Solid men need to get around each other. We need to be around each other, man. We build and fuel each other, man. You brought those two guys, man. You introduced them. I'm great friends with them right now because of you. You know, it was a great matchup. It was a great matchup. I think Link. I've been a fan of Slink already. You know, when he was fucking with my man Corey Holcomb on the Black Jesus. So and I gotta be honest. I didn't quite know who it was. He's like, I'm gonna bring somebody. He's like, I'm gonna bring my man. I'm surprised you. I didn't quite know what to. But when I saw him, I was like, oh, I'm thinking about Black Jesus. Oh, it was good, man. And they awesome. They're awesome men. I stay in tune with them today because of
Yeah.
yourself, man. Awesome guys, man. Awesome. We had an awesome bunch, man.
Nah, we gotta. You know what? Even if it's not on a boat, when you come back to LA, we just gotta we
Yeah,
gotta have a reunion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely. I
We got
agree.
we gotta have
Yeah,
the J Rockwell second annual fishing trip reunion, and it don't
come
even gotta be
on,
on the water.
man.
You
That's
know.
what we gotta do. That man. We gotta do that, man. We gotta do something. I gotta come over, man, so you can flame that grill up, man. I
Hey,
come
hey,
on, man.
and the only thing that I'll say about that trip that was a little not challenging, but it dipped just a little bit, but for a hot sec.
Yeah, yeah. Quick second.
When we left Newport Beach, you were
Yeah,
like, "Oh man, let's go. We can eat and hang." Woo, 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 woo.
yeah.
And I had bought a bottle of liquor,
You sure
but
did.
I want to say you had told me it was only 15 minutes away, but it was probably like 25,
About 25, damn near 30.
30. But you know what?
Yeah.
With the curry that was cracking and the
Yeah.
in the environment, the
Yeah.
ambiance of the environment. Oh man, I was glad I wasn't lazy, man.
Come on, man. I knew it was gonna be down your alley. I'm like, man, we're gonna have a curry fest, crab curry, good music, good company. You came, you bought the big bottle, you had a great toast. And thank you for the toast you gave me, man. You gave me such an award-winning speech for the toast, man. I'm still honored by it. Thank you,
Oh
man.
nah, man. I had to. I can honestly say you were somebody that you always show up regardless, and there is no
Yes,
lackluster in the way you show up. And
yes,
so it's
yes,
kind of like we were talking before we went live. I was like,
yeah,
man, it ain't too many of us, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, it ain't,
That
man.
it's a trip because it's almost like the art of grown men having a reciprocal relationship is kind of like it's a language that's not even spoken anymore, man. It's all about
Wow,
you
wow,
know,
wow.
wolves, bears,
Yeah,
baboons.
yeah,
How can I
yeah,
use you? How you gonna use
yeah,
me? Worried
yeah,
about it. But with you, it's more like steel sharpens steel. Like I can honestly say, like
yes.
I'll say you, Brown, and a cat that I do business with are
Yeah.
three people that I could tell anything
Mm-hmm.
about something hustle related and not
Yeah.
feel threatened or feel like, oh man, you
Uh-huh.
can't, you know what I'm saying? Woo woo. It's more
Yeah.
like, man, I might bounce something
Uh-huh.
off of them and they take my
Yep.
embryo and just move it up to
And
another
build on
level.
it. Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But it's very
Exactly.
rare. It's very rare that you can have a relationship,
Yes.
as a black
Yes.
man over the age of 50. You know what
Come
I'm
on.
saying?
Speak, bro. Especially in this day and age, you saying it. It's so
Yeah.
rare. It's so rare, and that's why we stick out like we stick out like sore thumbs because of the rarity of it. You on my top five too, man. I don't have a whole lot, man. I got a handful of men that I
Yeah.
can go to on some solid man shit, and I ain't got to worry about being judged or worry about not a handful of. I can count on my hand.
All
You know.
right. So we gonna jump into the double dutch, man. So
All right.
your city of origin.
Chicago, Illinois, West Side Chicago, man.
All right. I was
Yeah,
talking to Spinks and
yeah.
I told him something and it was something based off of uh something Corey Holcomb said. And
Okay.
it's taking something from somebody else. So it may be one's perception or it
Uh-huh.
may be factual. But from you growing up in Chicago, was it segregated in your vision? And when I say segregated, because this is how Spinks had got it kind of, I'd explained to him what I was saying.
Yeah.
I don't mean segregated as far as certain races of people not liking certain races of people. I mean segregated where you just have clusters of the same that just they're with the same of their people, just very tight.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Would you say Chicago is
I,
like that,
I could
or
I would say that. I would say that it's and that's a good way to describe it. Like again, you got one group and there's segregation going on within the group, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah, I could say it. I could say it was that way. You know, especially in our younger years, with dealing with in gangland Chicago.
okay,
Everybody can be friends. We all could be tight. It could be 20 of us. We all are good friends, but everybody are in different mobs or this.
yeah,
This five guys, then they got a click. These five over here, they all got a click, but we all are cool. But when the shit come down to it, we'll start fucking with each other based
yeah,
off clicking. Like yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
to your account, There is. I could say there is a touch of segregation of that there.
Cool. So from Chicago, you be on your you were on your nomad thing. So you started
Yeah.
in Chicago, and from Chicago you went where?
I went from Chicago to California. Went to from Chi-Town to Cali, uh,
Okay.
uh, and I'll say Redondo Beach. I went from Chicago to Redondo Beach. Huge change weather-wise, huge
It
change
wasn't only the
weather-wise.
weather.
Yeah, it wasn't only the weather. Huge change in general. Huge change in general. A lot of times, man, I damn near was threatened with having to move back to Chicago if we didn't hustle. We
Yeah.
had to get out and we had to work, man. We had to move.
Man,
If I wasn't moving no units and moving no CDs and moving no, man, I would have had to move back home, man.
let me
You
tell you
know?
something. The first time I met you,
Yeah.
I want to say it was in Hollywood, and I heard about you, but I met you. You were promoting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And I was told that you were a promoter and that you
Yeah.
did promotions and whatnot. But it's like in LA, everybody say they everything. You know what I'm
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
saying? that's just
Yeah.
and that's just what it is. So when
Yeah.
I went and I met you and I saw you like in action doing your
Yeah.
thing, I was like, dang, he really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's really doing it, which I've said it to a million people.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people come to LA and center like in the Hollywood area,
Yeah.
and they back on that midnight train to Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LA,
Man.
LA done chewed them up and spit them out. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
man, LA will chew you up, man, and spit you out, man.
And
Chew
they
you up.
on that Greyhound with their pants back on backwards and turned inside out. You know what I'm saying? And all the above. But when I met you, I was kind of like, damn. And then from that impression,
Yeah.
that made me say, you know what? We were Brown and I were going out to South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not, I think you were already going to be out there, but I had you do
Yeah.
some
I get it. Yeah,
for me.
I get that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had you do some promoting for me while you
Yeah.
were out there, and you guys were promoting other stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing about it that was dope is that, not to give up too many secrets of how you was getting down,
Yeah.
but basically you had a formula that allowed you to sell CDs
Mm-hmm.
under the guise of not really selling
Selling
CDs,
CDs.
but they were your CDs
Yeah.
for longer than a lot of independent people sold CDs, man. And
Yeah.
it was amazing for me to watch it. Like to
Yeah.
watch,
Yeah.
because if you told it to somebody,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't resonate. It didn't resonate with it didn't resonate. Put it this way, until I had done some CDs for you and
Yeah.
the covers and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
I kind of didn't understand that it was real. And then I was like, dang, he really
Yeah, nigga moving units. Like, yo, these cats moving units,
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was all the way for real. It was all
Yeah,
the way for
man.
real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
from the culture of doing promotions, all that kind of stuff, being in Los Angeles
Yeah.
to where you are now,
Yeah.
which is it's like LA, but it's totally different than LA. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But it's honestly, and I may get in trouble for this, I think where you are now is kind of a cross between LA and New York in a weird kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, you can say.
the reason I say that is where you are, they keep vampire hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Yes. That's the
but
key.
and see, in New York, they keep vampire hours too, but where
Yeah.
you are, it's the a shot glass of the coolness of LA, though. It's like
LA.
it's not
Uh-huh.
so like
Uh-huh.
New York can be very abrasive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's it. So tell me this. You being in promotions, moving around
Yeah.
and whatnot, where you are right now,
Yeah.
what change did you notice in how people were moving as far as the social aspect of it when COVID happened?
Whoa.
because you're in a
I was,
city that don't you're in a city that don't shut down.
yeah, it don't shut down. You know, during COVID, Las Vegas was weird. Las for a place like Las Vegas to shut down for COVID, it's like seeing a dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
To come outside and go to the strip and see not one person there for weeks, for months. You know, it was a weird, very very weird.
A lot of money lost, man.
So much every day, man. Greg, I would park and walk up the Las Vegas Strip. It felt like an abandoned movie, an abandoned film set.
Zombie apocalypse on this mother.
Yes, Greg, it was like that, bro. It was just like that. So to experience that at that time, and then for COVID to be over and to see it revamp again, and to see the floodgates of Vegas flow again. You
Yeah.
know, it was such a thing. It was such a thing. You know, and I don't think Vegas will let that happen again. As far as COVID, I
Well,
don't care what happens.
well, I give you one better. With most people's president, but not mine, he done got everybody stirred up just with disgust and just all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Fools is ready to rebel on something.
Yeah.
Anything.
You're right. Anything, nothing. Yeah, anything. People with the shit right now, they like
They
hey.
are not gonna get shut down, have their money. I was tripping because I knew people who knew people. I didn't know anybody personally, but I knew people who had COVID that was like, man, I gotta get this money. Like I ain't gonna sit up in the house, woo, and going out, and God knows how many people they infecting or just whatever. And once again, it's very difficult to tell somebody that when they rely on a means to survive, like, hey man, you gotta sit this one out. People are people. But I'll say this: after 9/11, I went to Las Vegas on some hip hop show stuff, and I remember seeing Vegas not the same. And and I was talking because I always ask people how people make money, what the economy is. That kind of stuff interests me. Like if I go on a trip somewhere, and I'm gonna say it, it'll make Brown mad. I'm gonna say it, but I always ask, what's the most dangerous thing around here, like animals and stuff. Like I just ask, you know what I'm saying? But when I was in Vegas, I was asking people like, how is this affecting you financially and just like all that? Because a lot of people in Vegas, some people just live there, but a lot of people they move there for work. So they work in the casinos and all that kind of stuff. And man, after 9/11, it had dried up, dude. Like I had never seen. I think that was probably what you were seeing. With COVID, but I was seeing it like years predating.
Wow.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, people ain't even coming to gamble. Gambling is a hell of a drug. That's a drug people don't even talk about. That's a hell of a drug. And for people to not even be coming out to gamble, I'm just kind of like, dang.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard. This is the first time I've heard that after 9/11 that people stayed home. People wasn't coming out.
Well, they didn't. So they stayed home, but not because of fear. When 9/11 happened, all the corporate money that got pumped into stuff stopped. So like say for instance, the radio industry. People weren't buying ads on radio. So it's kind of like you know.
She was drying up.
Man, they had to like just play music and hope, wish, the music and the movie industry, like all these things that had money to promote stuff. When you suffer a loss like that, and then there's fear behind that loss and whatnot, dude, everything just changes.
Wow, that's sad about 9/11. I didn't know that. Wow. And from what you described, it was there after COVID. It's the same thing. The COVID thing, it's the same. shut down
Man,
completely.
I haven't been to Vegas since COVID. Actually,
Really?
I'm gonna come and hang out with you. But Vegas is my most. It's one of my most unfavorite places
Really?
in the United States.
Really, Greg? Why?
Yeah.
Why you say?
I just you got hustler. Well, maybe because I dealt with the entertainment industry, or deal with,
Okay,
kind of whatever.
okay,
But
okay.
you just got hustlers, and you just
Yeah,
got people that's trying to live the fast life. And
yeah, yeah.
my experience, see, I would say you're one of the only people I've known in Las Vegas. I do know I do know one other cat. He does works
Okay,
with security and all that kind of stuff.
okay.
But um, my experience with Vegas for the most part was just a lot of slick talkers, fast talkers,
Yeah,
fools trying to come up overnight, and
yeah,
just all that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
And I've just seen people get chewed up and spit out. Like, because
Yes.
the cool thing about hip hop, when you come somewhere
Yeah.
over and over, the
Mm-hmm.
first time you come, you may see somebody at their best. And then
Yeah.
you come back 6 months later, and then it's a little different. And then you come
Yeah.
back 6 months later, and they looking kind of crazy, and they talking to you like they're
Yeah.
not looking crazy, but your eyes is
Yeah.
telling you that they looking crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next time you come, you like, dang, it's a cold world out here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's everybody. I'm
Yeah.
saying my experience from what I
Yeah.
was doing and going back to Vegas kind of
Yeah.
gave me that thing.
Yeah.
And I just said that, man, I just don't want to be around somewhere where there's just so much gambling. And so,
I
but you know,
understand.
if I would have known a Jay Rockwell that could show me another side
Yeah.
of Vegas, that I
Yeah.
may have
Yes.
been able to attach to
Uh-huh.
it in a
Uh-huh.
different
Uh-huh.
way.
Uh-huh.
But like
Uh-huh.
for me, Vegas was
Yeah.
just nightlife, gambling,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Fun, partying,
slick
and
talk,
you
yeah,
know,
all that. And
yeah.
you know,
Yeah. When you come back this time, man, I'm gonna show you because that's a whole nother world here in Vegas outside. We barely ever go to the strip. You know,
you gonna get me away from the have-nots.
oh my God, yes, absolutely. I'm gonna bring
Ah,
you a real Vegas. I'm gonna bring you a real Vegas at some real eating, some real life living. You know,
all
outside of the
right.
strip. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I could take that. I could take that. So
Yeah,
what music are you listening to right now?
man, that's a good one. Uh, right now, man, I'm listening to. Of course, I listen to a lot of bossa nova and
Mm.
jazz and
Oh,
things. Yeah,
real quick. Oh my God.
yeah.
You turned me on to the Tupac Bossa
Oh,
Nova
yeah. I bump that every
on
day.
that long drive that I wasn't feeling that
Yeah,
I was taking, that I was told it was only going to take 15 minutes. It took me about 30
yeah,
minutes. I was hotter than cayenne pepper rolling up to it. You know what I'm saying? Until I got that curry off in my system.
yeah. Yeah, bro. That all eyes on me, bossa nova. That boy classic. You know, that boy's super classic.
Yeah,
But
no, you turned me on to something with the yeah, definitely
yeah,
with the Tupac on Bossa Nova. But
yeah,
you know, because I feel like album listening is almost like a lost art, I force
yeah.
myself to listen to an album every weekend. Like I just
Okay, all
like
right.
I'm not gonna forget how to listen to a collection of music
Yeah,
with a theme and subject matter, and to
yeah.
listen to it in the order that the artist presented it to me, whether good or bad.
Good
You
or
know what I'm
bad. Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
man, my thing is, I'm not gonna skip. I'm not
Uh,
listening to it to skip. Now, when I'm
yeah,
listening to it for pleasure, I'll do it, but I kind of feel like when I do it on the weekends. I'll pick either Saturday or Sunday, but I
yeah.
do it to kind of pay patronage
Gotcha.
to an artist putting together, or a record label putting together a work of art for me
Yeah,
to listen to it and to
yeah.
see how it resonates. But right now, I'm stuck on that Clips, man. Woo!
Yeah, crazy.
Oh man. Listen
Oh,
to it
wow.
beginning to end, man. You know the funny thing about it, in a marketing sense, they hyped the album up a whole lot,
Yeah,
but it's worthy of the
Yeah.
promotion and the hype
Wow.
that
Wow.
they've done for sure.
Oh, Greg, I'm gonna have to pull that boy up. 'Cause I fuck with
Oh
them. I fuck with
man,
Clips heavy.
man,
Heavy.
you'll be able to listen to it from beginning to end,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna feel like there was any just real low points or whatever.
Wow,
And I can
man.
confidently say that. Yeah, I can. I mean,
Wow.
it sounds good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You could tell a lot of effort was put into it. I'll say that.
It sounds good to hear you describe an album today in that format because that's how we used to listen to albums coming up, straight through that content, quality, just the way you just described Clips album. I haven't described an album like that in years, man. That shit just was
Man.
refreshing. That sounded so refreshing. What you just said, I'm like, damn, you gonna make me go get? I gotta go get it.
Nah, the thing is, there is great music out there, not just good
Mm-hmm.
music, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna cite a DJ who, and I've said this on the podcast a million times, but
yeah,
I have a friend who's a DJ, and he DJs on a huge podcast, and he does
yeah.
club dates, and
Okay.
he likes everything from Sublime to hip hop and just all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah.
a true DJ's DJ, he can cut, he can do all that stuff, but
Oh,
he likes
nice, nice,
everything.
nice.
So I said to him, I said, you know, because of the gigs that you get, you have to play like contemporary music. And I was I told him, I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm just very old, but it's
Yeah,
very difficult for me to connect with contemporary music.
gotcha.
And he said to me, "You're listening to it wrong." And I said,
Wow.
I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, in golden age and in the 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
you had a dope beat, dope lyrics, dope presentation,
Uh-huh.
just like all these things."
Yeah.
He said, with the music, for the most part now, out of those four things, you may get one, and you have to accept it as that one thing that you're getting, and just
Mm.
understand that you could call it either
Wow.
the either the evolution or
Uh-huh.
the primal going back in time, whatever you want to call it, but
Uh-huh.
that's
Uh-huh.
what it is. And
That's what
so
it
if
is.
you're listening to a lot of the music right now, and you're looking for something more than fast
Mm-hmm.
food,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna
No,
be unsatisfied.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Wow. That's a good way to put that. You
yeah,
listened to it wrong.
and I had to learn, but I'll say uh the clips are very uh yeah, they're just different because they've been doing
Yeah.
the same thing since they
Yeah.
came out,
Yeah.
and they do it about the best. Matter of fact, I was
Right.
talking to a comedian today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna mention his name. I ain't gonna put it on blast. But
All right.
it wasn't Sling. But he told me he was talking about Ali Sadiq, and he
Okay.
was saying how Ali Sadiq is a storyteller and how like he's one of the best. And I said, dang, that's a trip
Wow.
because I liked Ali Sadiq, but once I started watching his specials over and over, he's funny, but his one of his high skill levels is storytelling, and
Storyteller.
he really can tell a story. And I was like, dang, I was like,
Uh,
man. But moving on from that,
okay.
you come from Chicago, house music.
Oh man, forget about it. That's my heartbeat play house music, man. I don't have a heartbeat, man. House music coming up, pumping up out this boy.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's dope. Matter of
yeah.
fact, the a cold thing, I lost one of my buddies, and shoot, I want to say April. I want to say
Okay.
April, and he was doing
Yeah.
a residency in Hollywood with Dion Cole.
Okay.
And I'll say, spinning the record back to COVID real quick, I'll say the biggest thing that I missed during COVID was Dion Cole's lives
Live.
playing house music and disco.
Yeah,
Oh, I was
yeah,
so hot after the fact.
yeah,
Like I was
yeah,
over here going crazy, losing my mind, needing some relief. Cause and no, you know, D Nice was cool. He
yeah.
was cool,
It's cool.
but Dion Cole has something going on that if you knew, you knew, and dude, I had no idea. And I
Yep.
found out after the fact, and I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
dang.
Yeah. He had that thing going.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm
He
gonna
had that thing.
talk about another little shot glass of
Yeah.
house music. Um, Eddie Lewis, June 7, Super of Alias. Um, Eddie Lewis was Super of the group Alias Follow Me, and he passed away June 7th this year.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't.
Nah,
Damn.
hey man, with all the
That's
social media and all the different bits of content and stuff going on,
yeah.
sometimes it'll pass your timeline, something it won't. But that was
Yeah.
a huge blow, man.
Man, that is. I didn't know that, man. And wow, Greg. Damn,
Yeah,
man, that's a big blow, man.
yeah.
I oh wow,
And he
man.
was still doing his thing up until the last drop.
He was still getting it, huh, man?
Yeah,
No, Greg, I was one of those kids in Chicago growing up. I was a dancer. I was
I
I
saw
was
the
a
pictures.
dancer. Yeah. I was a hip house dancer, man, and I was around the hip house and house music. I was in the scene real
Yeah,
hard.
had the Nefertiti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all of that, bro. I was that kid. I was in there, man. A record label at the time that was doing house music, DJ International. They was based out of Chicago. Farley, Jack Master Funk, Fast Eddie,
Ooh,
all these guys, man. I was a little guy under these guys, going to the tours and the shows and dancing and yeah. I'm a house head. I'm a house head baby.
me too.
You know,
Okay, so I'm gonna switch up my whole program.
yeah.
So when I smoke meat, I listen to Bobby Blue Bland and I throw back a couple Budweisers. That's just my fuel while I'm
Yeah.
while I'm missioning this. My average smoke is about 5 hours. Like I'll
Okay.
go marathon on a brisket once a year, but my
Yeah.
average smoke is
Your
some
average smoke.
chicken, some beef or pork, and we gonna do him low and slow for about 5 hours, and then I gotta tap out.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So uh I'm gonna come out to Vegas and
Okay.
I'm gonna let you smoke and we're gonna listen to some house
Yeah.
music. And then the next time you come out here, I'm gonna have you come through the crib and we're gonna listen to some Bobby Blue Bland
Yeah.
and drink some Budweiser.
It's a bet. It's a bet. It's done. It's done. I look forward to that. I look forward to that. I'm gonna spoil you. I'm gonna spoil you when you get to Vegas, big homie.
Hey man, I see how
Yeah.
y'all do it, man. I see how y'all do it.
Yes.
A genre of music that I feel uh most people have no idea that it was even a thing. And as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm gonna listen to an album this weekend out of this
Mm-hmm.
genre. I'm gonna find one this week and I'm gonna wait and
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to it on Saturday while I do my little thing. But
Gotcha.
hip house.
Woo. Yeah. Hip
It
house.
was it was a thing. And the crazy part about it, it was so big
Yeah.
that the way that people do electronic remix. So my experience with electronic music beyond house was
Mm-hmm.
going back and forth to Europe like around 97, 98, and
Okay.
seeing Usher do house or dance music remixes and
Yeah.
Beyonce doing dance music
Yeah.
remixes like they
Yeah.
were on that thing.
Yeah.
But hip house was a thing, and you had the Jungle Brothers on it. You had Queen
Yeah.
Latifah on it. I
Yeah.
want to say maybe
Yeah.
even a De La Soul
Yeah.
on it.
So
And
yeah.
like hip house was really
It was a thing.
a thing, a combination of hip hop and house.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
Redhead Kingpin and King
Kingpin.
Son, and and
Uh-huh.
those are just
Uh-huh.
people that were rappers that just realized that at the time, because back in the day people don't talk about it, but when you had singles in order to make the single sell, you'd have all these different mixes, and sometimes you'd have like a maxi single, which would have 3 or 4 remixes because they wanted the single to resonate. So they gave a chance. Like in these days, they might do one remix, man, and it's just kind of moving on. Matter of fact, shout out to Pevin Everett, man. I talked to him today. He's him and Brown got a song that's about to drop in a couple of days. And man,
that boy fire, man.
Man, let me tell you something.
I can't wait to hear that, boy.
I have stuff come over me sometime, dude. And I'm not the corniest social media dude. I really try to stay away from posting anything personal for the most part. And I have wanted to go on social media and be like, boy, I am sitting on some fire right I am sitting on some fire right now, man. I wish I could share, boy. I wish I could share what I'm listening to right now. You know what I'm saying? But in a couple days, the world's gonna hear it, and then we're gonna come full circle. But shout out to Pevin and prayers and blessings. And we hollered for a minute.
Blessings.
Real quick, Malcolm Jamal Warner. He recently passed away. For me, growing up, and it's I didn't know that we were close to the same age. I always looked at him as him being older for for some reason. But the character he played on the Cosby Show dealt with a lot of positive imagery of a young black man.
Absolutely.
In a family, which the family was fantasy for most people, but not to say there's not families like that existed. I was fortunate enough to come from a family that had two parents who, professional, working, and all that. But it's a trip when you have that. Sometimes you want to do things the hard way, which I didn't like. Pete, this I had my father's homeboys. They all did business, different type of business and whatnot, and they would always say like, "Man, why don't you just do this, man? You trying to invent the wheel." But what I think what their generation didn't understand, the kids are the 2.0. You know what I'm saying? We the 2.0. So we're the Model T. But we got a turbo.
Boy, you couldn't have said it no better, Greg. It's a turbo.
We got the turbo. We the new and not to say that we better. I'm not saying better, but I'm just saying we have the foundation of the old technology, but we can't deny the new technology that's going on right now that goes into, we
like the updated versions of our parents, man. Each generation becomes a more updated version of the last.
The last was Windows 7. We Windows 12 on them. You know what I'm saying?
It is just like that. It's like that with human beings, like that with the kids, man.
So I know that you was, like I said, you was bumping the Bossa Nova Tupac, man. Oh man. That was a cool thing. So how do you find new music now?
I word of mouth, or I fuck with YouTube Music a lot. I paid a little subscription every month. They send me all the new shit that's out, but really word of mouth. I'm around a lot of young rappers and producers, and they always playing new shit. I'm hearing it, and I'm like, damn, who's this guy? They put me up on the new guys, and and that's how I'm really getting a lot of the new music. So I'm listening to right now this rap cat got killed, I think last year too. But his kid's name is Mo3.
Yeah.
Bro, I am
very talented.
Love this, bro, so talented, bro. I'm like blown. I listen to him and just I keep saying to myself like, damn, this dude got killed.
Singing the whole nine.
singing in the whole nine, man. I see how he was a triple threat down there.
But this is the thing though. It's hard for no. I'll say it like this: a lot of people have survivor's remorse.
Yeah,
you got survivor's remorse. But and I get it though, because like, put it this way: I've never claimed to be the sharpest tool in the shed. Throughout high school, I was non-motivated. Junior college on up to higher education, not really motivated, just whatever. And then when I became passionate about a couple of things, it came very easy to me. And when it comes easy to you, you get an arrogance about you, kind of like, dang, man, I wasn't supposed to be. It ain't no way I was supposed to be my mind to be able to work in a way where I could think of ways to make money that are kind of like other people. It doesn't come to the thoughts, the processes. It doesn't come to other people the same way. And so I can look at survivor's remorse from one aspect of somebody being like, man, I beat the odd. Let me go back and, man, I gotta tell. And then you want to be around that, that whole environment. And a lot of times when you go back to that, you're placed around people that, put it this way, I'm over 50. And I really found it hard to believe that somebody could wake up in the morning hating on somebody. Like really, like dang, why would you do it? Like what? But dude, it's fools that wake up in the morning, dude, as before they wipe the crust out their eye, they think,
bro, man, they thinking about the bullshit. Instantly. You saying it, bro?
That's amen, and that's a fact.
That becomes a thing, Greg. That becomes some people, like, you got a lot of people that whatever it is that you call your thing, we claim it and we say, yeah, this is what I do. This is my thing. You have some people that, Greg, that's their thing, to be negative, find a reason to be mad and be
I
angry.
Never looked at it like that.
If they didn't have that, they wouldn't probably have nothing. They'd probably be miserable.
The hate is holding them down, man.
Yeah, the hate holding them down. Greg, it's the source. The hate becomes the source of their everything. They need it. And it's our job to identify and see these type of motherfuckers and stay away from them. That's our job.
Man. Yeah. I stay to myself so tough, man. I don't even like I said, you, Brown, and the cat I do business with, I could share anything and not feel threatened or just whatever. But beyond that, nah.
No.
Nah. Oh yeah. Put it this way. I'll share with somebody under the age of 21. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that got a sparkle in their eye, got a hope into the future. But and it's a trip. Like, I had a revelation within the last 10 days past.
Okay.
And that was like, man, I will not make any excuse for a grown man.
Wow.
And the thing about it is, I'm always the way my mind thinks. And it's just, it's just, it can have something to do maybe with my mom passing. Okay. I kind of was that way before my mom passed, but it's kind of like nobody would just do something that's just way out to you or like why would people be why would people jerk you? You know what I'm saying? But that's just what some people know, man. That's right. That's what, and we in the twist is I used to fight against this too. We wasn't all raised the same. But the caveat to that is you could be raised cool and you could be way out, or you could be raised way out and you could be cool. But after you get so old, it's kind of like a decision and it's a choice. But I've learned, man, you don't gotta convert people, man. You don't gotta for me, honestly, for me to give game to somebody, dude, they'd have to chase me like a teenage girl, man, and just really show me so much that they was worthy of any of the conversation. But other than that, dude, I ain't got nothing to give but one of my closest homies.
I hear that.
His mom says a prayer is free. You know what I'm saying? A prayer is free on him, man.
Prayer is free. Hey, I agree, man. The way a lot of people minds are, the way they're structured now is you damn near can't talk and tell you people ideas. I've come across this thing where it says something to the nature of, nowadays we don't have to explain to people or try to convince people to do this or not do this or do this or not do this. It says we've become, like, again, we 50 plus. We've become the example now. I ain't trying to talk to these niggas no more. I'm like, if you smart nigga, you'll watch me do it. Watch my feet. Watch us. Watch around us. Watch the guy. Our job is to just stay at what we're doing. Stay doing what we're doing. We ain't got to do no lot of talking to the motherfuckers no more. Because again, I'm an example. I'm right in front of you.
Oh, you're gonna be, and that's the thing. We as grown men are gonna be the example of our works, whether our works are cool or whether our works are not cool. The example, and because man, I went through a phase where I would just try to talk to people and feel like, man, come on, I see a little something in you. Let me just shoot all this game down your throat, just like get you. But the whole twist is people have to find their own passion. And once they found their passion, they'll figure out what's worth it to them. But like say, for instance, one of the things that I would do when I would travel around the world and do shows, I would always talk to people about how they made money. And I wouldn't do it in a disrespectful way or just like a vampire, like, woo. But I just, like, because people throwing hip hop shows, it was just a thing that would really intrigue me on how people could raise these thousands of dollars to do these. And then, you have people that, they were in the other things, you know what I'm saying? But then you have people that did stuff that was kind of like, dang, I wouldn't even think you could pull money. And then you have people like, when I was talking to Spinks last week, we knew this guy who did a traveling house party inside small arenas, but he would take about 20 artists from around the country, and it would be an art exhibit that traveled from city to city, and it was sponsored by Jack Daniels.
Oh, shit.
So you have booths, kind of the way that you have a booth at a convention or something like that, but the booths would be the artist's works, and then there will be a space between the stage and the booths, and then that's where the house party was going down.
Damn, that's pretty dope.
Oh, man.
Damn.
And I seen some stuff, man. And I hollered at homeboy, and he was like, man, I graduated from school in Atlanta. Marketing was my thing. I created a relationship with Jack Daniels. They pumped out the money and gave me a budget to make, because Jack Daniels wasn't a popular drink to younger black folk.
The urban.
In urban, it just wasn't popping. Like, people were drinking a million different things in Jack Daniels. But and dude, I'll say this before I move on. The cold part was we did sound check for the event, and I remember riding back to the hotel, and I was like, man, I feel kind of bad taking homeboys' money to have these dudes play here. It's gonna be an empty house tonight. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we left at like 8:00. We came back at 11, and even at 11, the line was wrapped around the convention center.
Damn.
And I asked homeboy, I'm like, dude, now this was about 2006, 2007, I want to say. 2006, 2007. So I was like, dude, how do you promote it? And dude, at 2006, 2007, he was working Facebook. He was working out.
Damn.
He might have been working MySpace, but I know it was social media,
Yeah.
and he had a phone number that people
Yeah.
could text, and it blew my mind. I was just like,
Damn.
"Dang."
Damn.
The game was so tough, man. The game was
Yeah.
so tough in him. I was just like, man, dude's just out
God,
here doing it, man.
yeah. Damn, he went and got it. And he went and got
Man,
that shit.
man, to the last drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the
I'm a fan of that shit,
Spinks
too.
worked with him. He put it this way.
Yeah.
It was so cracking that Spinks hopped on a couple of the dates and went out and did did the
Yeah.
photography thing and all that. So yeah, no, it was a real
Yeah.
thing.
Man, that's dope as hell. I love it.
So now I'm
Shit.
gonna ask you about something that most people forgot, man.
All right.
And it was meant for us to forget because of all the distractions.
Yeah.
We can't let Elon Musk off the hook, man. You know what I'm saying? We
Man.
can't let him off the hook. Now, question to you.
Yeah.
What did you see him do when he was very enthusiastic, throwing his hands up in the air and spinning around? You know what I'm
saying? Bro said when he was standing up, spinning his hands around in the air. Bro, you wild.
Very enthusiastic. You know what I'm saying?
He said very enthusiastically doing this shit. You know, bro, this shit, this Elon thing, man. I just on some real shit, bro. I try to keep myself clear of it, of a lot of
Good it. For you. Good for you. It stuck in my craw, man. I held on to it for a while. I'll tell you how long I held on to it.
How long, bro?
I had a partner who was a Trumper.
Yeah.
And he's half black, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He's who the Proud Boys and all that, like that. He's the demographic that they wanted to indoctrinate in the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So he's hit me up on social media, sharing Trump stuff, trying to tell me how I'm smart enough to be rocking with Trump and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, you're not educated enough to have the opinions that you have. I'm like, dude, read a book. Like, do something more than watch a podcast. Like, you're basing your opinions based off of podcasts and things that aren't factual, that may not be factually correct, right? When he sent me a picture of an American Indian person throwing up a sign that kind of looked like what Elon was doing, but was definitely not what Elon was doing. I said, you know what? I'm not going to spend one more moment of my life trying to impose my personal feelings on how I feel onto somebody, because I said, you know what? If he would reach so far to find a picture of an Indian person throwing his hand up and to say that that's the same thing that Elon Musk was doing, I was like, dude, you're never gonna change the mind of those people, dude. That's like being in a cult or something. Like man, or somebody being sprung. Like, dude, you're not gonna
absolutely.
You're not gonna be able to tap into the frequency. Like it is beyond you. And actually, I kind of felt like I was grown at the moment that I felt that, because I was like, you know what? The old version of me would have gone back and forth with him like I did the previous 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Going back, showing him just da 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 da. Dude, I told him Project 2025. I told him everything. I said, dude, I had to read it. I was like, dude, I had to read it.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, they're just trying to pump this into your mind or whatever. But anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to give. I'm gonna talk about Elon because he ain't off the hook. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, hell no.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say you need to have him on the hook, but I'm saying with me, my family from Brookhaven, Mississippi, great grandfather founded Friendship, where Magic Johnson's people come from and all that.
Really,
so, there's certain people that have given foundational Black Americans a bad rep or whatever.
Yeah.
So I won't use the terminology foundational Black American, but I'll use the terminology my ancestry came from slavery. We mixed it. Now we mixed with the Indians and all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But my DNA pool and all that is mostly
That's it.
slavery, and then we
Slavery.
branched out and
Yeah.
dealt with the Indians and the Creoles, and, you know, and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right,
But
right.
now
Okay.
we're gonna get into you real quick.
Yeah, brother.
Cinematography versus making music.
Wow. My new thing is my new love is cinematography. Now,
Okay.
it's my new love. I still I write music. I do music, but I find myself doing more uh, screenplay writing now. It's funny because this morning I was just evaluating everything, and I was like in the studio. I'm like, damn, I've for these last 6 7 months I've been writing screenplays. I haven't really wrote a song.
Mm-hmm.
But I get a lot of cats call me for music advice or this or that nature. But uh, for the most part, right now, it's cinema for me because it's a way for me to incorporate the music and do them both. I can
Okay.
do them both now. So yeah,
Hey
so
man,
really them both.
you gotta do some. Oh man. Ooh.
Yeah,
Speaking of music,
yeah,
it just hit me, man.
yeah,
I thought of your twin cousins, and
yeah,
that just hit me in my heart, man. Them
yeah.
girls can sing, man. Them
Dang.
girls can sing.
They
Uh,
sang with an A, with an A. They get down, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
whoever's listening, man, go and check out Jay Rockwell's "So Blessed" and the movie as well as the song. And
yes.
it has a breakdown where his cousins, these two
And the females,
church
yes.
church
They call sisters. Their name is Sisters of Element. They're like a young version of the singers Mary Mary, the gospel
man,
singer.
oh
Yeah,
man, like
they yeah
if you want to hear someone capable of making you become emotional based on their
mm-hmm.
singing talents.
Yeah,
Your cousins have that thing, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm sure it comes
yeah,
up out the church. I'm sure it
yeah,
comes out the
yeah,
church.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they have
yeah.
that thing where they can sing those notes and
Yes,
it will
it,
touch you, you
oh
know.
man, yes. They got that thing. They was doing it since they was little, man, in church. Man, they was a big spectacle when they was young, like 7 and 8 years old, singing together at the church. My granddaddy bring them out. It'd be like, damn, they've been phenomenal since they was little girls.
Yeah,
And
nah,
now,
they do their thing.
yeah.
In today's generation, do you think they have it in them to stand for something?
Oh, you mean singers or oh
Nope.
no no
Brown be Brown be I talk about one thing and I'll be off to the next one.
yeah.
Nah, not singers, just today's young men, young women. Do you think they have it in them to stand for anything, or do you feel like they're just pretty much gonna go with the flow?
They just going with the flow, man. I feel like the youngsters today they're so talented and they're so free. They're more radical. They're honestly, no offense to them, I think they're thin skinned. I think their skin is very thin. A lot of them they don't have that that fight in them.
But you know what though? I'll say this. I think the reason I asked the question,
Yeah,
I think they don't have it in them
yeah.
because our generation was probably the last generation that the government allowed to have that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We had Public Enemy, we had X
Yeah,
Clan, we
yeah,
witnessed Rodney
exactly.
King. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we saw all this
yeah,
atrocious stuff. We had
yeah,
music of empowerment,
yeah,
embodiment, and
yeah,
dude, they made sure it was never going to be another Public Enemy. Not
yeah.
that would be as
Man,
publicized
as
as
publicized
Public
as it
Enemy
was.
was.
Yeah.
Dude, and you got to think about it. Public Enemy's first album,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember the name. I want to say Black
no, not fear of a
Black Nation, Black Planet, maybe Black
something.
Planet,
Yeah, something of that
something of
nature.
the sort. But I'll say this: from beginning to end, it was a theme
Yeah.
album of empowerment.
Yes.
Fight the Power was the the track, the main track for Do the Right Thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
marketed
Sure
Spike
did.
Lee, all
Yeah.
that. Like, there's not, corporations don't want to deal with that. Like
Yeah.
corporations dealt with it back in the late 90s and early 2000s
Yeah.
because of the amount of money it could generate. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
these wild ones that we got now,
Now.
they really can't be tamed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's
Yes.
why they got to keep them like
Yes.
the way that they are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. At this time, Greg, hip hop was more of a weapon, and
Mhm.
the higher ups or this commercial thing, I don't think they expect hip hop to make it to be what it is today.
Oh yeah.
So back then they didn't mind the Public Enemies, the Queen Latifahs. We talking this Black Power thing. They somewhere some people felt like this shit gonna pass over, but it didn't. This shit kept getting greater and greater and growing and getting stronger and stronger. The weapons started to get bigger and bigger,
Dude,
and they.
so the weapon got so big,
Mm-hmm.
I went to Korea.
Mm-hmm.
You've traveled, you didn't travel,
Yeah.
whatever. I went to Korea. I saw people that couldn't speak a lick of English
Mm-hmm.
on their best day.
Mm-hmm.
They was rapping some rap lyrics.
Look at that, man. See?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. There it is, Greg. There it is. A power to be. They had to figure out a way to sabotage it. You know.
Look at what sells the youth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not hip hop, it's urban culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
something cool.
Yeah.
Like marketing wasn't cool. Like marketing
Mm-hmm.
was very professional. It was
Mm-hmm.
it a lot of times it identified with people that didn't look like us. You know what I'm saying, for the
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
like I saw Taco Bell commercial years ago,
Yeah.
and they didn't have a hip hop song in the commercial, but they had a group of very urban people making it look cool to eat Taco Bell, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh man,
They set the hip hop tone. They
they
didn't use the music, but they set the tone for the hip hop. Yeah.
it's there's a sampler. It's
Mm-hmm.
called an ASR.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll
Familiar.
give you the feel of what the
Yeah.
sample is without having to say. It'll give you that feel. You feel the groove, you feel the whole, but it's not
Yeah.
that. But it's,
Not that.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what they using, brother Greg. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for real. When
I
you hear
love
Kendrick
that.
Lamar, what do you think of?
Oh man, I think of refreshing. I feel refreshed. Like it's hope,
I,
for me.
I think of greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But refreshing too. But
yeah,
the reason I
yeah,
think of greatness,
yeah.
a lot of people gave him grief because he was
Mm-hmm.
able to perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I look at him like he used his opportunity to perform at the
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl, which
Yes.
the first Super Bowl that I had watched in real time, halftime
Mm.
show,
Yeah.
since Kaepernick had put that knee down. I was like, they
Damn.
not gonna trick me with all these little whoops and whams
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And Jay-Z
Yeah.
talking about we're beyond taking a knee
Taking the
and
knee and all this other
protesting and
bullshit.
all this whoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I feel that those that didn't get Kendrick's Super Bowl performance weren't supposed to get it.
Yep.
I
It
think
wasn't.
that I think that that Super Bowl performance at some point in time in the future will be will be written about in the history book.
It will. He stuck his flag in the ground
He
that day.
protested. He protested.
Yes.
Dude, having Samuel L. Jackson there to really just narrate the whole
What?
thing.
Brother Greg, it was put it this way, Greg. It was it was big. It was politic. It was black and political. It was it was it was a lot of things
It
blended
was
into one.
history. It was so
It
much
was,
woven into it.
brother, yes, fam. It was. He made such an impact with hip hop that the shit is. I can't even put my finger on it, man. It was just out of this world, man. It was.
Oh
He
yeah.
did. It was out of this world, man. He did what you wouldn't expect most artists to do. You know, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to get political.
Dude, come
He
on,
didn't have to
man.
get
He could have did
up
something 100%.
stuff.
He could have brought all TDE out, and what
Yep.
he could have did was what he did at the forum. But he
Yeah.
didn't do what he did at the forum at the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. He did what he
Yes.
did at the forum so that he could do something different at the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. That's just shows you the level of intelligence of the young man.
Oh
Young
yeah.
prophet. Yeah,
Yeah,
young prophet.
I'm definitely a fan. I'm gonna hit you with the last one, man.
Okay.
Does fact checking matter?
Right, brother.
No, that's the question. Does
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, does fact checking matter?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, that's
Yeah.
that's a good one, dude. With social media and everybody on this whole shock and awe,
Mm-hmm.
chasing
Mm-hmm.
memes,
Mm-hmm.
feeling like they've been educated because they watched the story. Dude, the story's only a
Yeah.
minute long, man. Fools me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, fact checking. You gotta fact check. Ain't shit changed, bro. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah,
You got to if it's solid and you want to be 10 toes down, you want to be solid, we gotta fact check.
you
You
gotta
know?
understand, and then another thing, we've got to be we've got to be honest with ourselves and understand what
Mm-hmm.
we've been marketed to. And a
Uh-huh.
perfect example is, man,
Good point.
I looked up something on Instagram about dog training, and
Yeah.
dude, I've been getting inundated with so many dog trainers and
Wow.
so much. Like, dude, I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
It just it ain't slowed up, man.
No, great. Ah, he said,
And I love stuff about dogs, but I don't go to
yeah.
Instagram to look at dogs. I'll be looking too much at anything else, but I'm not
Yeah.
looking, not really searching
Yeah.
dogs like that. Facebook, I'll look at some dog groups and look at puppies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's that. So, man, with that being
Man.
said, where can people find you on social media?
Oh man, I'm at J Rockwell on Facebook. I'm at New Rockwell J. New Rockwell J on Instagram. I'm at J Rockwell number two. That's JAYROCKWELL number two. J Rockwell. And for the most part, all other platforms, I'm at J Rockwell number two. J Rockwell two. YouTube, J Rockwell two. I got a lot of new things coming out. I have a new short film coming out soon. It's called It Was Short. It's gonna be awesome. And I got a long list of short film coming this year. And you can guys go social media and check me out. Yeah, it's gonna
Tell
be
me
good
this:
thing.
is So Blessed on YouTube right now?
Yeah, So Blessed is on YouTube. So Blessed. J
Do your
Rockwell the movie.
do
Yeah.
yourselves a favor, man. Go and check out So Blessed the movie.
Yes.
It's a it's a story that most people can relate to, and
Yes.
once again, the soundtrack, the title song with his cousins singing. If you want to hear some music that will hit a chord on your soul, check out
Yeah.
So Blessed, man. That was a very
Yes.
special
Thank you,
moment.
brother.
But you know what though? I'll say this: watching it at the Miracle Theater
Yeah.
in that environment or whatever, and then the sound
Yeah.
that gave that extra little whoop
It
whoop. But
did.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that you'll be able to pick up some essences from the
Oh,
YouTube version of
yes,
you
indeed.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, man. Yes. And so Blessed did good this year, man, at theaters, independent theaters. We did great independently. We still going. We won this year, Greg, at Las Vegas Black Film Festival. So Blessed won for the best short film.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, Las Vegas. So it's still going, man. And we still we're filming. We shooting out new content. and we'll have some more good stuff for everybody real soon, big bro.
Cool. Well, no, man, I appreciate you, man, giving me a couple
Yes.
moments in this time and
Always.
space. You know what I'm saying? To chop it up with you.
Come on, man. I'm always honored, man. I'm always honored, man, by the invite, brother. Yes.
Nah.